welcome to day 2 of the Regional 14 tournament here at Roadrunner Field. Our first game has the Tyler Lady Apaches taking on the crew from Kilgore. At this meet and greet, the Lady Apaches wearing number 1, Tommy Goodman. Number 9, Nadia Jimenez. Number 11, Tucker Caraway. Number 18, Amber Lear. Number 22, Julia Wright. 35, Taylor Schultz. Leading off for the Lady Apaches. And playing left field will be number 3, Brianna Paysinger. Designated player number 15, Rebecca Snow. In center field, number 21, Hallie Whipper. On first base, number 19, Mackenzie Gonswick. The catcher for the Lady Apaches, number 12, Shelby Court. On third base, number 17, Casey Moore. On second base, number 8, Mackenzie Peake. Playing shortstop, number 2, Mackenzie Chatham. In right field, number 13, Shelby Hopkins. And in the circle this morning, number 24, Kelly Margolis. Coaching staff for the Lady Apaches. Head coach, Maria Wynn Ratliff. The assistant coach, Shelby McCraw. And now let's meet and greet the Lady Rangers from Kilgore College. Number 3, Kirsty Terry. Number 5, Avery Hooks. Number 12, Sarah Valdez. Number 22, Lashonda Jones. And number 25, Sierra Phillips. Leading off will be center fielder number 1, Caitlin Stubbleton. At shortstop, number 4, Hannah Carpenter. On second base, number 14, Taylor Christopher. The designated player wearing number 21 is Shelby Edwards. At first base, number 19, Brianna Davis. In left field, number 7, Amanda Williams. At third base, number 16, Amber Williams. Behind the plate, number 2, Lacey Hamblick. In right field, Caitlin Palmer, number 7, and in the circle, number 8, Katie Worrell. The coaching staff for the Lady Rangers, the head coach, is Leslie Messina, and Chris Robinson is the assistant coach. Ladies and gentlemen, would you please stand and remove your hats for our national anthem. I want to say thank you and good morning to our current and veteran men and women in the service this morning. Thank you for your service.
Welcome once again, ladies and gentlemen, to Lufkin, Texas. We're on the campus of Angelina College for this 2014 Region 14 softball tournament. I am Chuck Smith, your the Tyler Associate Athletic Director, and will be your play-by-play for this tournament for us. Running through those lineups again. For Tyler, it's Paysinger, Snow, Weber, Goswick, Court, Moore, Pete, and Chatham and Hotchkiss. In the circle for Tyler is number 24, Mardonis. For the Rangers from Kilgore, their lineup is Edwards, Carpenter, Christopher. There's a couple different Edwards. There's, let's see. Actually, it's Stubbleton. Wrote the wrong one down on the scorecard. Apologize for that. Number 1, Caitlin Stubbleton will lead off for Kilgore. So Stubbleton, Carpenter, Christopher, Edwards, Davis, Wilmoth, Williams, Hambelek, and Palmer. Leading off for the Apaches, Brianna Paysinger. In the circle for Kilgore is number 8, Katie Worrell. Has ball 1 on the inside. Worrell on the year, 3.19 ERA, 19-11 is her record, 36 appearances, 2 complete games won, or 2 game starts. So this is only her 3rd start on the year. Check that. I think some of the stats are wrong on there, but has 1 complete game, 1 shutout, 186.2 innings pitched. As Paysinger faces the 1-1 count. Slaps at that one, going to be fouled down the left field line, just out of the park on the left side.
Hot foul over into the dugout. 1 ball and 2 strikes.
Worrell has given up 209 hits, 116 runs, 85 of those earned, 34 walks, 143 strikeouts, 2 doubles, and 18 home runs on the year. Opponent batting average is .265. Paysinger now with the 1-2 count at the plate. And slaps at that one, has a chance to fall as a looper and not going to be able to communicate in time. So Paysinger starts it off for Tyler with a 1B9. Brings up Rebecca Snow, the designated player. 4.82 average on the year. Yesterday, Snow went 1 for 3 with a double, a walk, and a fielder's choice. Squares the bunt, pulls it back, ball high. Set the defensive lineup for Kilgore. Worrell in the circle. Behind the plate is Hambelek. Across the infield, Williams is at third, Carpenter at short, Christopher at second, and Davis at first. Wilmoth in left, Stapleton in center, and Palmer in right. So pulls that and hit by pitch. So Paysinger will advance to second. Snow will be on by way of hit by pitch. Oh, check that. Umpire calls him back.
And now we're going to rerun the tape and bring everything back.
So it's going to be a 1-1 count. It's called that one a strike, couldn't pull back around, so no go on the hit by pitch there. So 1-1 count for Snow. Bunts it down to first. It's going to be out by way of a 1-4 or a 3-4. 3-4 sack bunt for Snow. Advances Paysinger to second. So 1 out, Paysinger on second, brings to the plate Haley Weber, center fielder for Tyler. Weber yesterday went 2 for 4 with an RBI and a strikeout and a stolen base. Weber a .424 average on the year. That one is high and inside for ball one. Ropes that one just foul. About a ball width foul on the first base line. And time is called by the catcher, Hambilek, going over to talk with the coach. Not sure what.
Yeah, goes 1 ball and 2 strikes. 1 out. Runner at second base.
So we'll reset for a 1-2 count on Weber. Paysinger sitting at second. And that's roped into deep left center. Paysinger's going to come around and score, and Weber's going to get a RBI stand-up double. So 2B8 for Weber. Paysinger will score. Brings to the plate Mackenzie Goswick, first base for Tyler. Yesterday, Goswick went 1 for 4 with a double and a strikeout. So Tyler striking early so far. 1-0 here in the top half with 1 out. Looks at ball 1 on the inside. Slaps at that one, foul out of play on the left field line. Slaps at that one, going to get in the hole up the middle as Weber's going to come all the way around, and they're going to trade places on a double. So Goswick will score. Weber will score. Goswick will get a 2B8 up the middle and an RBI. Brings up the catcher in the 5-hole, Shelby Court. Court, 2 for 3 with a run scored, an RBI, a double, and a home run yesterday. And Lyons dribbles that one over to third, out by way of 5-3. But Goswick advances to third. So Goswick's on third. We got 2 outs. And brings up Casey Moore, third base for Tyler. Moore went 1 for 4 with a double yesterday. A 1-0 pitch. Hits that one right to the shortstop, over to first. Easy play for Carpenter to Davis. So Moore goes down by way of 6-3, but not before the damage is done by Tyler. Tyler gets 1 run on 3 hits, no errors, and only 1 left on base. So Tyler goes in to the bottom half because Tyler's the visitors in this one. So we'll head to the bottom half with Kilgore batting, with TJC leading 1-0 here at the 2017 Region 14 tournament in Lufkin, Texas, on the campus of Tyler Junior or on the campus of Angelina College. I'll get it right one of these days. But we'll be back in a moment.
for Kilgore, being center fielder. This is number 1, Caitlin Stapleton. Will be followed by Carpenter and Christopher.
Stapleton fouls that one off for strike 1. Up for Kilgore in this bottom half of the first. Stapleton, Carpenter, and Christopher. Looks at that one. Strike 2. In the circle for Tyler is Mardones. Behind the plate is Court. Across the infield. Third, you have Moore. Short, you have Chatham. Second, you have Pete. First base, you have Goswick around the outfield. Left field, Pace Singer. Center field, Weber. And right field, Hotchkiss. So 1-2 count now for Stapleton. Tries to get her with the changeup. No go. High and outside. As that one popped up looper, and that's going to be an infield single for Stapleton. 1B4 for Stapleton. Actually, she'll get that extra base.
And this is the shortstop, number 4, Hannah Carpenter.
She'll get the extra base on TJC not securing the ball there. So that brings up Carpenter for Kilgore. One-0 count for Carpenter. Looks at the ball low. Throw down to second. Tag is made. Safe. It was a close play there at second. Stapleton almost got caught leading off a little much. That's right back to Mardones. Mardones over to third. Makes the error. The throw is wild. So Stapleton will score on the air. Carpenter will get on to first with the fielder's choice over to second with the error. So now I misspoke before. We got 2 runs on the board in the first. So TJC now lead cut in half, 2-1 here in the bottom half of the first. And as the team huddles up together, Coach Wynn going out to settle down the Apaches. Two-0 count. Actually, that should be, I was going to say, it should be a fresh count. Christopher at the plate for Kilgore. No outs. Carpenter sits on second. Looks at strike 1 towards the outside corner. Ground right back up the middle. Mardones chooses to get the out that time, so Carpenter will advance to third. Christopher will be out by way of 1-3. So 1 out, 1 on third for Kilgore. Brings up Shelby Edwards, the designated player for Kilgore. Edwards on the year, a .344 batting average. Looks at strike one. 49 games, 157 at-bats, 54 hits, 11 doubles, 9 home runs, and 34 RBIs. Ball low and away. Brings the count to 1-1. Tries to get her with the changeup, but changeup not really on command so far yet this morning. Gets her swinging on that one, so 2-2 count, 1 out. Looked at that one. And rips that one deep foul left. So full count, 1 out for Edwards at the plate. And that one's roped into center, going to catch it on the one hop. So limit the damage there. But Edwards gets the RBI. So she'll get an RBI single, 1B8. So 1 out, score knotted now at 2s. Brings up Brianna Davis, the first baseman for Kilgore. Gets her swinging at that one on the outside. Brianna Davis, a .265 average in 54 games, 162 at bats, 43 hits, 12 doubles, 5 home runs, and 32 RBIs. Looks at strike 2 on the outside. So 1-1 count. And that one's grounded over to second. She misses the tag, but can't make the throw over. So Edwards will advance to second on the missed tag, and Davis will make it to first. Mardones sells that one inside and low to Wilmoth. Swings at that one for strike 1. So 2-1 count. Ball 3 on the inside. So 3-1 count now for Wilmoth at the plate. One out, two on. That one's fouled back right in front of us. Brings the count to full.
One out, runners on first and second.
Fouls that one back, almost same place. And gets her to look at that one. So ball 4 will load the bases. Edwards will move to third. Davis to second. Wilmoth will be on first by way of a walk. Quick conference between Mardones and Court. So bases are loaded with one out for Kilgore. Brings to the plate Williams. Pops that one up. Going to be caught right at third, so F5 brings up the catcher, Hambilek.
Catcher, Lacey Hambilek.
That's rope deep down the left field line, out of play.
1 ball, 1 strike, 2 out.
So 1-1 count, 2 outs, bases are loaded. Show and bunt. Ball high. Gets her to whiff at that one. So deuces are wild. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Score is tied at 2-2 apiece here in the top half of the second. The only variance is bases are loaded. And foul tip, strike caught. So gets her swinging on that one. So TJC gets out of the bottom half of the first. But not before Kilgore evens it up at 2. On 2 hits, 1 error, and 3 left on base. So we go to the top half of the second. Score even at 2 here in Lufkin, Texas. Up to the plate for Tyler is 7, 8, 9. Pete, Chatham, and Hotchkiss. We'll be back in a minute.
Ladies, Matthews are sending McKenzie Beaver for 8 times off. followed by Chatham and Hotchkiss near the top of the second inning. Two balls and a strike.
2-1 count now for Mackenzie Pete. Looks at ball 3 on the outside. Pete yesterday went 0 for 3 with a strikeout. Ropes that one. It's deep, it's foul, and caught by the left fielder, Wilmoth. So Pete will fly out with an F7.
Shortstop, number 2, Mackenzie Chatham.
Brings up Mackenzie Chatham. Chatham 0 for 3 yesterday. Gets that one right back up the middle, off the glove, but still thrown out. Whirled to Davis. So a 1-3 ground out. Brings up Shelby Hotchkiss, the right fielder for Tyler. Hotchkiss yesterday went 1 for 2 with a double and a walk. Low and inside. Wants to swing at that one, pulls it back, but strike down the outside corner. One count. Looks at ball 1 inside, or ball 2 inside. Ball 3 low.
3 balls and a strike.
Here in the top half of the second. TJC and Kilgore knotted at 2s. 2 outs for 9-hole Shelby Hotchkiss. 3-1 count. Looks at strike 2 on the inside. Full count, 2 outs for Hotchkiss. And whiffs at that one, gets her swinging. So 1, 2, 3 down for Tyler here in the top half of the second. So Tyler in the second is no runs, no hits, no errors, no one left on base. So we'll go to the bottom half. Score 2-2 here at the Region 14 softball tournament. Of course, this is on the elimination bracket side. TJC fell yesterday to Galveston 4-2. now has to work through the elimination bracket if they want to qualify for St. George, Utah in the national tournament. Has to win 4 to get to the Region 14 championship game, and you're in the championship game, you get to qualify for the national tournament. So 4 wins to get to that game, 6 wins to win the tournament, because you have to beat the winner's bracket twice. TJC, no stranger to this spot. Just 3 years of the program. Year 1, lost to Galveston first round right here at Angelina. Fought back to 2 games shy of the tournament, national tournament. Then last year lost to San Jacinto in the opening round, then battled all the way back to the championship game and qualified for St. George, Utah. So that brings up 9-hole Palmer. So TJC looking to go back-to-back trips in the first 3 years of the program. Tries to bunt that one, fouled back. So it'll be an 0-2 count for Palmer. TJC survives. They'll have just this one today, and then they'll have to play 2 tomorrow, and then potentially 2, at least 2 on Tuesday. One-two pitch. No call on the inside, so 2-2. Slaps that one, popped up. Chatham goes just out of play.
Chatham drifts over past the foul line on third base side, brings it in. There's one away. Back in the top.
So 1 down, brings back to the top of the lineup Stapleton. That was a beautiful slap grounder. That'll be a 1B1. Brings up Hannah Carpenter. Got on by way of fielder's choice and then moved over to second on an error. So 1 out. Ball 1 on the outside. Fans, we'd also love to hear from you. The number should be in the description portion of the YouTube broadcast. If you started with us early before we got to edit it, you may have to just refresh the screen, so you can refresh it at the half inning so you don't miss anything. Ball 3 up and in. But that number to text in is 951-324-4199. That's 951-324-4199. Strike 1 down the middle. But love to hear from you. I know Dr. Grove has the different group apps, but this number is through another app that'll at least get the message to me. As that one's grounded over to Chatham, easily able to throw to Goswick over at first. So Carpenter out by way to 6-3. Stapleton will make it to second. So 2 outs, Stapleton on second. Brings up Christopher. Grounded out to Mardones back in the first inning. Looks at ball 1. One 1-0 pitch. Looper into center. Not going to get there in time to scoop it up. So that'll be a 1B8, but it's going to score Stapleton all the way from second. So Christopher will get the RBI by way of 1B8. So Kilgore now in the lead here in the bottom half of the second, 3-2 over the Apaches. 2 outs. First pitch swing and foul, back off to our left. Oh, 1 pitch. Deep left field. Going to hang up with the wind. Paysinger able to get it, though. Left the bat. Once you get it up in the air, though, the wind is going from right to left and a little bit in towards the Apache dugout on the third base side. So got to get it closer to center in order to get the wind to carry it over left field. So Edwards is out by way of F7. But Kilgore has 1 run on 2 hits, no errors, and 1 left on base in the bottom half of the second. So we'll go to the top of the third. TJC up to the plate. 1, 2, 3. Paysinger, Snow, and Weber. TJC trails Kilgore 3-2 here at the Region 14 tournament. We'll be back in a moment.
Leading off here at the top of the third inning will be back to the top of the order. Left fielder. We got a base hit, followed by Rebecca Snow, Hallie Weber.
Top half of the third, TJC trailing 3-2 to Kilgore. Paysinger up to the plate, got on by way of a single to right field back in the first inning. Ball 2 high and inside. Looks at strike 1. Two 1 pitch, ball low. Paysinger, 451 average on the year. 182 at bats, 82 hits. Rips that one deep center, winds catching and moving a little bit, but about 5 feet till the fence. Stapleton catches it. So Paysinger out by way of F8. Brings up Rebecca Snow, designated player for Tyler. During the first inning, she had a sac bunt to move Paysinger up. Ball 1 on the inside. Looks at strike one. One count, one out. Looks at strike two, float across. Foul back out of the plate down the left field line. So 1-2 count, one out for Snow. Off the hands, loops over to second. So Snow out by way of F4. Brings up Haley Weber. Weber in the first inning had a double, an RBI, and run scored. Doubled off the center field wall. So 2 outs. TJC trails 3-2 here in the top half of the third. Looks at ball one high. One 0 pitch. Ball two on the outside. Ball three on the inside. Quick little mound visit for Hambalek Worrell. So 3-0 pitch. 2 outs. Strike down the middle. Brings the count to 3-1. Gets that one to first, goes off the glove. Can't field it. She's going to get over to second. Slides in. And we'll see if that's a official scoring on the scoreboard, or we'll go with that one to E3, as couldn't field it, then booted the ball down the right field line. So TJC with a little bit of life here in the top half of the third. Brings to the plate Goswick. Goswick doubled with an RBI back in the first inning. TJC trailing 3-2. Top half of the third, 2 outs. Weber sits on second. Swing at that one. Fouls out of play down the left field line. Goswick a 3.94 average, 170 at bats, 67 hits, and that one fouled in front of the Kilgore bench. 23 doubles, 1 triple, 8 home runs, and 59 RBIs. So 1-2 count for Goswick, 2 outs. I don't know if I would have taken it, but taken it on the inside. So 2-2 count, 2 outs. Weber sitting on second. Goswick at the plate for Tyler. And that one's going to get up the middle. Weber's going to come all the way around to score on the single. So score back to even. So Goswick will get a RBI single. So scores right back to threes. Brings up Shelby Court, grounded out to third back in the first inning. Goswick on first. Looks at ball one, low and inside. One 1-0 pitch. Change up down the middle for a strike. One pitch, 2 outs. One on first. Strike 2 on the outside.
One ball, 2 strikes. On Shelby Court.
Goswick on first, 2 outs, 1-2 count for Court. That's another one of those not sure I would have taken, but good look there. So 2-2 count for Court, 2 outs, 1 on for Tyler. Score back to even, 3-3. And that's roped to left field. Gonna go over the glove. As Goswick's on her horse, she's gonna score. As Goswick will come all the way around. As Court gets a 2B7.
Court at second base, 2 away. Brings up the third baseman.
So TJC back in the lead, 4-3. Here in the top half of the third. Tyler, of course, the visiting team today. Brings to the plate Casey Moore. Grounded out to short back in the first inning. Casey Moore, a 409 average on the year. Looks at strike 1. 181 at bats, 74 hits, 13 doubles, 1 home run, and 39 RBIs. Looks at strike 2. Quickly down in the count, 0-2. And that's roped into center, gonna fall. TJC's gonna get another run as Court comes all the way in. And Court will score. So Moore with the 1B8 with an extra bag on the throw. Gets an RBI.
And this is, or will be when she gets replayed. Mackenzie Pete, right? The second baseman.
So now Kilgore making a pitching change. And as soon as we get the numbers, it looks like number 22. Get the roster back out. Number 22, LaShonda Jones.
Lady Rangers are making a change out in the circle.
So Mackenzie Pete will face
This is LaShonda Jones.
LaShonda Jones. The line for her is a 2.91 ERA, 11-2 record, 19 appearances, 84.1 innings of play. Given up 85 hits, 55 runs, 35 of those earned. 45 walks, 76 strikeouts, and 6 home runs. Opponent batting average is a .255. So TJC up now 5-3. So far has put 3 up, all with a 2-out start to the inning. Brings up Mackenzie Pete, flew out to left her first time up in the last inning. So Whirl so far has 2 2/3 innings. Jones, first pitch, strike. Tries to change up, but goes up and away. Mackenzie Pete, a .337 average on the year. Looks at ball too low. Two-one pitch, 2 outs. As that goes inside. For ball 3. Three-one pitch. And ball 4 low and inside. So Pete draws the walk.
Pete going out to first base on a walk. And this brings up the shortstop, Mackenzie Chatham.
Brings up Chatham. Grounded out to the pitcher last inning. Is going to be hit by pitch. So that'll make the bases loaded. Brings up Shelby Hotchkiss. So all on a 2-out rally. TJC scored 3. Now bases are loaded. Brings up the 9-hole hitter, Shelby Hotchkiss. Hotchkiss, a .386 average. Strike 1 across. And that one's hit right off the end of the bat. Stays foul. So 0-2 count, 2 outs. Bases are loaded here in the top half of the third, where TJC has put up 3 so far this inning. Leads Kilgore 5-3. Fouls that one back off the net. Oh, 2 count for Hotchkiss. Change up high, ball 1. One-two pitch. Swing and a miss. That'll be second strikeout in a row for Hotchkiss. But Kilgore finally gets out of it, but not before TJC puts up 3 runs. Off of 3 hits, 1 error, and 3 left on base. So we'll go to the bottom half of the third. Kilgore up 5, 6, 7 hole. Davis, Wilmoth, and Williams to the plate, but TJC leads after 2.5, 5-3 over Kilgore here at the Region 14 tournament. We'll be back in a moment. Up for Kilgore is Davis. Got on by way of fielder's choice back in the first inning. First pitch swinging, that has a chance, and it is, they're calling that one foul. That's close. As that one was close, but called foul by the umpire down the third base line. Ball one now on the outside, so once again, fans, you can text us in as that little floater of a changeup folder, but you can text us in at 951-324-4199. Number's also in the description of the YouTube link there. As that one's grounded over to second. Easy play for Pete DeGoswick. So Davis out by way of 4-3. Brings up Wilmoth, who walked back in the first inning. But again, that number is 951-324-4199. Love to know where you're listening from, who you're listening for. Got a couple texts in. That one's first pitch foul backing out of play. But some TJC supporters back in Tyler. Sadie Jane saying, let's go Apaches, or let's go TJC. So I'm glad they were able to text in. Watching the game, and beautiful changeup. Got her swing and miss. Hopefully everything's coming in clear for you with the little bit earlier of a game, direct sunlight on some of the equipment, so have some cooling systems and fans going. Hopefully it doesn't create too much of a buzz. I hear it in the headphones, but not sure if it's coming across on your end. But 1-2 pitch now to Wilmoth. Roped, foul down the third baseline. One-two pitch underway. Change up. Gonna roll foul down the first base line. In the bottom half of the third inning here in Lufkin, Texas, at the Region 14 softball tournament. 2 out of this tournament get to qualify for the national tournament up in St. George, Utah. So the goal is to get to the Tuesday at noon game. As strikeout looking for Wilmoth. So 2 up, 2 down so far for Tyler. Brings up Williams, third baseman for Kilgore. Flew out to third during the first inning. But this, with TJC losing 4-2 yesterday, has popped up and is going to stay in play. Able to get to it as Court, so that's going to be a F2. So 3 up, 3 down for Kilgore in the bottom half of the third. So after 3, TJC leads 5-3. For Kilgore in the bottom half, no runs, no hits, no errors, and no one left on base. But since TJC lost 4-2 yesterday to Galveston, they have to fight through the elimination bracket because it's a double elimination tournament. But to get to that noon game on Tuesday, have to win 1 today, 2 tomorrow, and then win the first game on Tuesday at 10 a.m. on Tuesday to be able to play the noon game against the winner's bracket opponent. But you're in the championship game. You qualify for St. George, Utah. TJC, no stranger to coming out of this side of the bracket. That's how they did it last year. But TJC only 3 years into playing softball. Got 2 games from the national tournament back in 2015 in year 1. Qualified for it as a runner-up in this tournament last year. So looking to try to make it back-to-back appearances in just a few short years of the program. For Tyler, 1, 2, 3, Paysinger, Snow, Weber. Paysinger 1 for 2 with a run scored and a single so far today. As that hits her. First pitch comes inside. So she'll get on by way of hit by pitch. And that caught a little bit of elbow, a little bit of rib cage. Paysinger trying to walk it off a little bit. So with Paysinger on first, Snow's up to the bat. 0 for 1 with a sac bunt back in the first. Snow with an impressive .482 average. Oh, 1 pitch. And bunts it right back. Going to move the player, and actually she's going to barely get thrown out. As a good job that time by Jones to get it and toss and throw. They're going to be able to check on her because collapsed a little bit. But that moves up Paysinger. As Snow does another sac bunt job out by way of 1-3. But Paysinger now on second. Here in the top half of the fourth with 1 out for Tyler. Weber's due up. 0 for 1 with a double, 2 runs scored, an RBI, and got on by way of an error by the first pitcher for Kilgore, Whirl, last inning. That started the 3-run, 2-out double back in the third. So ball 1 on the outside. One 0 pitch. Ball 2 low and away. Two 0 pitch. Low. .30, looks at it and going to be called ball 4 high. So Weber will go to first by way of a walk. Paysinger stays at second. Brings up Goswick. 2 for 2 with a double back in the first inning and an RBI, and a single last inning and an RBI. As Goswick was trying to call time to warm up, but oh 1 pitch, 1 out, 2 on for Tyler. Looks at ball 1. 1-1 pitch, 1 out. And that one goes off the top of the dugout in front of Tyler.
Makes it 1 ball and 2 strikes with 1 away.
One, 2 count to Goswick. 1 out, 2 on for Tyler. And that one sails way high, and Paysinger starts to dart just in case they get past Hamblek behind the plate. Two-two pitch fouled off the net. Reset for another 2-2 pitch. Paysinger at second. Snow. Check that, Weber at first. TJC leading 5-3 in the top of the 4th. Fouled back off the net again. Two-two pitch. Roped center. Trying to catch it. Can't put a glove on it. As that's going to be an error on center field Stapleton, because that should have been caught. So that's an E8. So she'll get on by way of an error. So the bases are loaded for Shelby Court. 1 for 2 with a double and an RBI and a run scored on the day. So 1 out, bases are loaded. Scoreboard's not correct. It shows full count, but that one's ripped foul. So scoreboard's got to play catch up, but it's only 1 out. Bases are loaded. Court at the plate. That one's fouled back. It's a 1-2 count, 1 out. Tries to get her to chase on an outside, no go. So 2-2 count, 1 out for Tyler here in the top half of the 4th. Tyler leads 5-3 over Kilgore. And ropes that one. It actually goes into the dugout and against the net. So another 2-2 pitch for Court. Ball low and away. Full count. Full count, 1 out again. Good quality at bat here for Shelby Court. If somehow you can see the scoreboard, there's not 2 outs. It's only 1 out here in the top half of the 4th. 3-2 pitch. Coming to Court. Paysinger on third, Weber on second, Goswick on first, and that's going to be a fly out to right. Paysinger's going to tag and score. So Paysinger will score. Weber will get to third. Court will have a sac fly to right. So now 2 outs. Runners on the corners. Weber on third. Goswick on first. Has a little team meeting. So 2 outs, runners on the corners. Brings up Casey Moore. Looks at strike one. Moore 1 for 2 on the day so far with an RBI and a single. So they're calling an illegal pitch. So Weber will score.
Comes in from third base. First baseman goes to second base.
And so Goswick will move to second. So TJC's put up 2 in the top half of the fourth.
2 balls, 1 strike for 2 away.
So 2-1 count, 2 outs. Goswick on second. Ball 3 on the inside for Moore. So 3-1 count for Moore. TJC up now 7-3. As looks at strike 2 on the outside. Paysinger scored and Weber scored on that illegal pitch. For the baseball side, I know it as a balk, but called a little bit different as that one's hit right back up the middle. That's going to score Goswick. And coming around, bang, bang play, got her out at second, though. But Goswick will score. Moore will get a 1B6, but then thrown out at by way of, or 1B7 will be the official hit, and then a 7-4 for the tag out. So, but the damage is done. Tyler adds 3 runs in the top half of the fourth. TJC leads now 8-3 heading to the bottom half. Up for Kilgore, 8-9-1. Hembelik, Palmer, and Stapleton. TJC leading 8-3 here in the Region 14 tournament. It's now win or go home time. We'll head to the bottom half of the fourth with TJC leading 8-3. We'll be back in a moment. Up to the plate for Kilgore. Hembelik struck out the first time back in the first inning. TJC leading 8-3 here in the bottom half of the fourth. As that line foul down the left field line. So 0-2 count now for Hembelik at the plate. Like to thank Leanne Scott, listening in from British Columbia, Canada, saying go Apaches. To appreciate that. Rips that one, going to be foul. So reset an 0-2 count. Little team meeting for Tyler. As that ball went off the umpire, and if you can't see it on the plate, or on the video, the field umps took their hat off in condolences for the hit. TJC did a little mound visit to give the Blue a little bit of a rest, as that one's roped deep down the left field line and just foul.
Well hit, but foul down the third base side. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
So 1-2 count for Hambolek. Ball low and away. So 2-2 count. That one's low and inside. Full count now, and gets her looking on the outside corner. Strikeout looking. Brings up Palmer for Kilgore in the 9 hole. 0 for 1 with a fly out to short. Last time up in the second. Slaps that one. Going to get looped into play. So she'll get a 1B7.
Back to the top of the order now for the Lady Rangers. Center fielder Caitlin Stapleton.
Brings back the top of the order in Stapleton. Looks at strike one. Oh, 1 count, 1 on, 1 out for Kilgore. Slaps that one and going to be just foul. Oh, 2 count, 1 out. Palmer on first. Looks at ball 1 on the outside. Slaps that right back to Mardones. Gets her out at first. Mardones. Easy 1-3 toss. So Carpenter up to the plate now for Kilgore. 2 outs, 1-0 count now for Carpenter. On second is Palmer. One count. 2 outs here in the bottom half of the fourth. TJC leading 8-3. Tries to get her to bite on the change up, but no go. And that one's just foul.
Third base side foul. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 away.
As that one grounded to Chatham over to Goswick, over to Goswick for out number 3. So Carpenter out by way of 6-3. That'll end the 4th inning. TJC leading 8-3 over Kilgore here in the Region 14 tournament. For Kilgore in that bottom half of the 4th, they had no runs on 1 hit, no errors, and 1 left on base. Due up for TJC, 7, 8, 9. Pete, Chatham, and Hotchkiss. But TJC leads after 4, 8-3 here at the Region 14 tournament over in Lufkin, Texas. We'll be back in a moment. At the plate for Tyler, Mackenzie Pete. Looks at strike 1. Still in the circle for Kilgore's Jones.
Number 8, Mackenzie Pete. First pitch is called strike 1.
Ropes that one, going to be foul down the third base line. Pete 0 for 1 with a walk so far today. Fouls that one back against the net. Patience at the plate. Full count now. Here in the top half of the 5th, TJC leading 8-3. And that's rope foul again. TJC, after falling yesterday 4-2 to Galveston, fell into the elimination bracket of this double elimination tournament. And that's roped deep down the left field line. Going to be over the fence, but foul. So just a long foul ball. And once again, to get to that key championship game to qualify for the national tournament, TJC has to win 4 just to get to the championship game. And that's going to be a call to foul ball. Actually caught it just as it hopped on the other side of the chalk.
Full count, 3 balls and 2 strikes. Nobody out.
So full count once again. Good quality at bat for Mackenzie Pete, and dribbles that one over actually to Williams to Davis. So out by way of 5-3. Took that first bounce and just dribbled out. Brings up Mackenzie Chatham, 0 for 1 with a hit by pitch on the day. So 1 out for Tyler here in the top half of the 5th. Swings and miss for strike 1. Oh, 1 pitch, high, evens the count to 1-1. One count, fouled back out of play behind the Kilgore dugout on the right side. Chatham is .321 average on the year. 159 at bats, 51 hits. Almost tried to pull the trigger on that one, but no go from the umpire. As a gust of wind almost took my scorecard away. Wasn't expecting that. Nice little breeze finally starting to roll through the grandstands underneath. 2-2 count. 1 out, nobody on. Stops that foul, or fouls that off to the left, and stopping it was Coach Wynn with her feet. And it just rolled off the brick of the dugout. So reset another 2-2 count for Chatham. Swings and misses at that one, so Chatham will strike out swinging. Brings up Shelby Hotchkiss, 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts today.
Number 13, Shelby Hotchkiss.
First pitch swinging. Oh, 1 pitch, high. Two outs for Tyler here in the top half of the 5th. TJC leading 8-3. 1-1 pitch, bounces in the dirt, ball 2. That one's fouled back out of the play on the right side.
2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 away.
Deuces are wild. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. And that's going to loop, hits the chalk fair. And Chatham's going to try to stretch it to 2. Safe at second. Or check it, Hotchkiss stretched it for 2. 2B7. That just barely hit the chalk, but hit the chalk, it's in. So 2 outs. Hotchkiss on second, brings up leadoff Paysinger. Paysinger 0 for 2 with a hit by pitch and 2 runs scored. Strike 1. We'll check that ball 1. Wind starting to blow directly in from center field. There's another ball low. Count is actually 2-1, not 3-0. Scoreboard shows 3-0, but it's a 2-1. And that one's looped over to left. Gonna be fair. So they're gonna trade places. Hotchkiss will score. Extend Tyler's lead to 9-3. Paysinger will get a 2B7 and an RBI. As Kilgore's going to look to make a couple changes. We're going to chat with the home plate umpire. So TJC leading 9-3 in this elimination game. Put up 2 runs in the first, none in the second, 3 in the third, 3 in the fourth, and so far 1 here in the top half of the 5th. Nine runs on 8 hits and 1 error for Tyler. Kilgore put up 2 runs in the first, 1 run in the second, and been scoreless since. They have 3 runs on 5 hits and 2 errors. So Paysinger on second. At the plate is Rebecca Snow. Fouls that one off. Should be 0-2 count. Scoreboard a little lagging today. Scoreboard shows 1-1 if you can see it, but it's 0-2 with 2. And that one's going to be looped into left center. Not going to be able to get to it. Goes off the fence. So in back-to-back doubles for Tyler. Or back-to-back-to-back doubles for Tyler. As Paysinger will score. Snow will stay at second with the 2B8 and an RBI. These were the bats we were missing yesterday. So TJC's put up 2 runs here in the top half of the 5th, extended the lead to 10-3. And if you're Kilgore, you're trying to extend this game out. So going to take a make a change. So that's going to be number 25. Sierra Phillips. For Kilgore is heading out to the circle. So Number 25, Sierra Phillips, has a 7.14 ERA, 1-1 on the year, 15 appearances, 32 1/3 innings, giving up 42 runs, 33 of those earned, 31 walks, 9 strikeouts, 1 double, and 3 home runs. Opponent batting average is a .290. But Kilgore's trying to do something to extend because of the run rules. TJC is able to score Snow from second and then hold Kilgore scoreless in the bottom half. Run rule would be in effect after 5, which is 8 after 5. TJC up right now 10-3. So, first pitch, strike on the outside. To Weber. And that ball's going to get passed on a wild pitch.
1 ball, 1 strike, 2 away.
So Snow will move to third on a wild pitch.
Number 25, this is Sierra Phillips.
So 1-1 count now for Weber. He has 3 runs scored, a walk, strike 2 there. A double. She's 1 for 2. Got on by way of an error. Has a walk, an RBI double. And of course, scored 3 times. So 1-2 pitch. And that's going to rope right over to Christopher. Throws over to Davis. So that'll be out by way of 4-3.
Have you ever tried cross-cut ribs right off the pit? Well, if you haven't, you can do it today.
As you hear an advertisement over the PA for cross-cut ribs off the pit, which sounds delicious at this point. But after 4.5, TJC leads 10-3. In the top half of the third, or top half of the fifth, TJC put up 2 runs on 3 hits, no errors, and 1 left on base. So we'll head to the bottom half. TJC up 10-3. Up for Kilgore's 3-4-5. Christopher, Edwards, and Davis. And TJC leading 10-3 in this elimination game here at the Region 14 softball tournament. We'll be back in a moment.
Leading off for the Lady Rangers will be the second baseman, Tanner Christopher. He'll be followed by Edwards and Davis.
So here in the bottom half of the fifth, I think the home plate umpire, I don't know if he's getting checked out in the dugout from when he took that. It looks like he may have had a contact issue. Came out rubbing his eyes. Yep, contact. That's always fun to have behind the plate when an umpire loses a contact. I won't say it, but I'm sure you will. So TJC leading here in the bottom half of the fifth. Up to the plate is Christopher. 1 for 2 with an RBI single. Has a little bit of cloud cover, brings a little bit of relief to the sun on top of the equipment. And that's going to be a just foul. Can't tell you how many of those that were just foul. Paysinger played it like it was going to be fair, but
It's going to be a foul ball and strike 2. Batter coming back.
for any of you golfers out there, those would be gimmies because they're inside the leather. But has to get across into the fair territory. But TJC leading 10-3 in this elimination bracket game versus the Kilgore Rangers. 0-2 pitch, bounces in. So 1-2 coming up. Winner of this game will take on the loser of Bossier Parish and San Jacinto. So no easy road for either team. And that was ball 2 on the outside, so 2-2 count now for Christopher. Of course, loser will head home. Chatham with the grounder over to Goswick. Nice smooth play. So 6-3. Brings up Edwards. 1 for 2 with a single and an RBI on the day.
Shelby Edwards, the DP.
First pitch swinging on that one goes right off the brick just past Coach Wynn sitting in the dugout. But the winner of this one advances to play the loser out of the Bossier Parish San Jacinto game. And that game will be tomorrow at 10 a.m. And strike looking with the changeup. Of course, tomorrow starts the potential doubleheader day, or 2 games in the day, because there is big split. If Tyler wants to stay in it, they shoot for 10 a.m. tomorrow and 5:30 p.m. tomorrow to stay in it. 1-2 count now to Edwards. 1 out. And that's going to be a little looper over to Chatham. So that'll be a F6. So 2 outs brings up 19 Davis. I don't know what I think the PA announcer's off on his scorecard, but that's Brianna Davis at the plate. 0 for 2, fielder's choice, and a ground out to second. 1-0 pitch. Gets her swinging for strike 1. One pitch, 2 outs. That's going to be sent deep to left and hand on the wall. Catching it is Weber. So that's just a long out, long F8. So after 5, TJC up 10-3, into the last 2 innings of play. Due up for Tyler, 4, 5, 6, Goswick, Court, and more. As we head into this final stretch here in this one, fans, make sure and text in. Let me know where you're listening from. That number again is 951-324-4199. That's 951-324-4199. It's also in the description portion of the YouTube video. So if you have it full screen, you may have to minimize that portion or bring it back to the regular web page and look in that bottom there if you missed the number. I always love to know where you're listening from. I know Dr. Growth has the app to text back and forth, but I'll be covering the postseason stuff with Dr. Growth getting a bunch of other little inputs in there. He's also covering the NCAA Division III conference tournament over there in UT Tyler. So he doubles up on the broadcast qualities there. So he's covering that for them. I'll be down here throughout the rest for the Apaches. But love to hear from you. Still in the circle is Phillips for Kilgore. Brings up Goswick for Tyler. Goswick on the day. 2 for 3. A double, a single, and got on by error. And she's going to rip that one to grounder to right field. So she'll add to her stat line a 1B9. Brings up number 12, Shelby Court. And going to have a pinch runner. For Court. That's going to be number 9, Nadia Jimenez. Or no, Goswick. Pinch runner for Goswick. As that bunt is going to move Jimenez over to second. Court will be out by way of 5-3 sack bunt. So with one out, Jimenez on second. Looks at ball one. One-0 pitch, one out. Ball on the inside. Jimenez on second. Two-0 pitch. Strike one down the middle. Coach Wynn trying to put a little more speed on the bases. Good base hit will score Jimenez from second. Strike two. Looking on the inside. So 2-2 count, one out. But if Tyler gets one more and holds Kilgore in the bottom half of the frame, then the game will be over by run rule. And I'm sure the tournament folks will want that because we're already 10 minutes till the next scheduled start time. But Casey Moore strikes out looking. So 2 outs. Jimenez sits on second. Brings up Mackenzie Pete. 0 for 2 with a walk on the day. Looks at strike one on the inside. Ball up Up and away. Two one to Pete. 2 outs. Jimenez sits on second. TJC leading 10-3. That one fouled. Back off this left side. So deuces are wild. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs here in the top half of the 6th. So full count, 2 outs. Top half of the 6th. TJC leads 10-3. And it's fouled way left.
Back into the trees. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 away. And we still have a runner up at second base.
So TJC trying to score 1 more. Full count, 2 outs. Going to draw the walk. Good quality at bat there for Mackenzie Pete.
And this is Mackenzie Chatham.
So Chatham comes up 0 for 2, hit by pitch and a strikeout. So 2 outs. Jimenez, as a pinch runner, sits on second. Chatham looks at strike 1. Mackenzie Pete on first. TJC trying to get that additional run. Looks at ball 1 upstairs and going to draw the throw back is Jimenez. Trying to force the error. So 1-1 count, 2 outs, 2 on for Tyler. Ball 2 on the outside. Two 1 pitch. Up and in. Ball 3. And looks at ball 4 inside or upstairs. So Jimenez will move over to third. Pete will move to second. Chatham will be sitting on first. So bases loaded with Hotchkiss at the plate. As Kilgore takes a moment to talk it over. So TJC looking just for a base hit to score at least 1 to 2 runs here in this top half of the 6th in this elimination game. TJC trying to stay alive, has to win 4 to get to the championship game and qualify for the national tournament. Two outs, bases loaded, brings up Shelby Hotchkiss. 1 for 3 with a double. And a run scored. So 1-0 pitch. Strike 1 looking on the inside. As that one's grounded over to third, and they'll get out of the inning and get out of trouble. Hotchkiss goes down by way of 5-3. So no runs off, only 1 hit, no errors, and 3 left on base in the top half of the 6th. So we'll go down to the bottom half of the 6th. TJC leading 10-3 over Kilgore in this elimination game at the 2017 Region 14 softball tournament. But we'll be back in a minute. TJC leads 10-3, headed to the bottom half of the sixth. Kilgore up 6-7-8. Wilmuth, Williams, and Himmelbeck.
Leading off for the Lady Rangers will be the left fielder. And Wilmuth. And there's been a change.
New pitcher for Tyler, number 22, Julian Knight. She came in and did some work yesterday. Julian Knight, a 2.98 ERA, 12-6 record. At the plate for Kilgore, number 7, Wilmuth, left fielder. 0 for 1 with a walk and a strikeout. And that's deep left, but going foul.
Well hit foul ball.
2-2 count now
Now they
for
make
Wilmuth.
balls, 2 strikes. Nobody out. Nobody on base.
Fouls that one just in front of us off the net. Reset for a 2-2 pitch. That's deep foul left again, almost same spot. Reset for another 2-2 pitch. Wilmuth at the plate. Ooh, wanted it. Called ball low on the outside. So full count now for Wilmuth. And gets that one through the gap and out to Paysinger in left field. So Wilmuth will get a 1B7.
This is Andrew Williams.
So Wilmuth on first brings up Williams, 0 for 2. Flew out to third base and then a little pop up right here at the catcher. TJC leading 10-3 here in the bottom half of the sixth. Just outside for ball 1. 1-1 pitch from Knight. Low for ball 2. 2-1 pitch. Over to Chatham, can't get to it, so goes out to Paysinger, so another 1B7, so back-to-back singles. So 2 on, no outs. Brings up Hambalek. Oh, check that. That's actually number 3. Kristen Terry fouls that one off. Terry on the year, 2.59 batting average. Only 27 appearances in 14 games. That one's over to Chatham and gets the force out at third. So Terry will get on by way of fielder's choice. Williams moves over to second, and Wilmoth is out by way of 6-5. Now up to the plate is Palmer. 1 for 2. As she slaps that one foul. And 1 for 2 with a single to left. She looped one just over third base. Back in the 4th inning. So still 2 on, 1 out for Palmer at the plate. And she tries to bunt that one and fouls off once again. So 0-2 count now for Palmer. One out, runners at first and second for Kilgore. Slaps that one, and should be an infield fly. Able to get it is Chatham. Brings back the top of the lineup, Stapleton. Stapleton is 2 for 3 with 2 singles, 2 runs scored. And umpire is warning Stapleton. And Stapleton has made some snide little remarks and looks and drawing in the dirt. So a warning there for Stapleton. With the 0-1 count, 2 outs. On second is Williams. On first is Terry. So 0-1 count, 2 outs, 2 on for Kilgore. And that is going to foul off the mask of Court.
Runners on first and second.
And the umpire is going to just do a courtesy look at the ball, give Court a few minutes to get everything settled. So set for an 0-2 count for Stapleton at the plate. 2 outs, 2 on for Kilgore. And fouls that one back off the net to the left of us. Reset another 0-2 count. TJC leading in the bottom half of the 6th, 10-3. And that slap looks like it's going to fall foul. Nobody could quite get to it. So we'll have another 0-2 count. 0-2 count once again. And almost, but ball one. So 1-2 with 2 outs. Stapleton still at the plate. Slaps that one off the net. So staying alive. One-two pitch. Slaps that one foul. One-two pitch once again. Misses high and inside. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. 2 runners on for Kilgore in the bottom half of the 6th. And that one's going to ground over to third. Easily able to make the play is more to Goswick. So Stapleton's out by way of 5-3. Ends the bottom half of the 6th. Kilgore gets no runs on 2 hits, no errors, and 2 left on base. So after 6 innings of play, TJC leading 10-3, headed to the top of the final 7th inning. We'll be back in a moment.
Coming up to the batter's box will be number 3.
Leading off for Tyler in the top half of the 7th. 1-2-3, Paysinger, Snow, Weber.
And number 3 is Brianna Paysinger. We're back at the top of the order.
Paysinger's 2 for 3. A single, a double, RBI, 3 runs scored, and a hit by pitch, and a fly out to center. Looks at strike 1. One count now for Paysinger. Change up, too high. And that's roped to right field. So Paysinger, 1B9, brings up Rebecca Snow. 1 for 2 with 2 sack bunts, a double, and RBI. Looks at ball 1 high. One-0 pitch, high and away. Looks at ball 3 on the inside. Paysinger sits at first. Snow facing a 3-0 count here in the top of the 7th. TJC leading 10-3. Strike 1. Looks at ball 4 on the outside, so Paysinger will make her way to second. Snow will walk to first. Brings up Haley Weber. One for 3 with a walk, an RBI, a double, 3 runs scored on the day. Looks at ball 1. The 1-0 pitch, strike 1. And that's grounded over to short. Gets the first out. So Paysinger will end up on third. Snow is out by way of 6-4. Weber will reach with a fielder's choice. So runners on the corner. Paysinger third. Weber at first by way of a fielder's choice, and brings up to the plate Goswick. Goswick is 3 for 4. As the gonna steal. Nobody there. So Weber will get the stolen base, and Paysinger will score on an error. With the throw, so TJC up 11-3 now, 1 out, and Goswick deep left field and over. So a 2-run shot by Goswick extends TJC's lead to 13-3. So TJC now leading in the top of the 7th, 13-3.
Shelby Court.
Brings up Shelby Court. So 1 out here in the top half of the 7th. TJC's already put up a 3 spot. Leads 13-3. Court at the plate. Now a 0-1 count. Looks at ball 1 on the inside. Ball 2 with the changeup sailing high. That's a foul grounder by third. Full count for Shelby Court at the plate. Fouls that one.
Full count with 1 away. 3 balls, 2 strikes.
Full count, 1 out, and draws the walk. So Court will walk to first.
This is Casey Moore.
Brings up Casey Moore. 2 for 4 with 2 singles and RBI. Looks at strike 1. Ball high. Looks at strike 2 on the outside. One out here in the top of the 7th. TJC leading 13-3. 1-2 count now for Casey Moore at the plate. And change up pulled a little bit too much. Goes off the fence on the left field line. That one's poked over to second. Runner's going to move up. So Court will move over to second, and Moore will be out by way of 4-3. Brings to the plate Mackenzie Pete. Pete 0 for 2 with 2 walks. Looks at strike 1.
Mackenzie Pete in the batter's box. 1 strike.
2 outs. Shelby Court on second. Strike 2 across the plate. And that ball doesn't quite make it to the plate, so ball 1. One-two pitch. Check swings. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 out. Here in the top half of the 7th. Mackenzie Pete at the plate. Draws the ball 3. Full count now, 2 outs. Shelby Court on second, and almost a gimme strike there. But Pete will get caught looking. So at the end of 7, TJC leading 13-3 with 3 runs scored on 2 hits. There was 1 error out in the field and 1 left on base. So we'll head to the bottom part of the frame here in the 7th. TJC just needs 3 outs to stay alive and move on to tomorrow. But TJC leading 13-3, headed to the bottom of the 7th. We'll be back in a minute.
Leading off here at the bottom of the 7th inning will be the shortstop, Hannah Carpenter, who will be followed by Christopher and Edwards.
Leading off for, we're starting it off for Kilgore in the bottom half of the 7th is Carpenter in the 2-hole. Carpenter, a little pop-up will be an F4. So Tyler 2 outs away from closing out this one.
14, Taylor Christopher.
And that's popped up to center. F8 for Christopher, brings up number 21, Edwards. Edwards 1 for 3 with a single and an RBI.
DP, Shelby Edwards.
So 2 outs. Strike 1 to Edwards. TJC leads 13-3. TJC will play. That one's looped up. Game not over yet. That's a 1B7.
Edwards drops one in on third field. Left center field. She's safe to first base with 2 away.
2 down, 2 outs. Davis comes up to the plate. 0 for 3 with a fielder's choice back in the 1st. And looks like there's going to be a pinch runner for Edwards. They said number 12 is going to go out. Number 12 for Kilgore is Sarah Valdez. So TJC leading 13-3 as first pitch swinging pop up. Hotchkiss on her horse, and that's going to end it. That's a F9. So in the bottom half of the 7th, no runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 left on base. So TJC will advance to play tomorrow at 10 a.m. We'll go on the air about 9:45, 9:50. So just be refreshing that YouTube channel page. We'll be back on tomorrow. TJC will play the loser out of the winner's bracket game between San Jacinto and Bossier Parish. That game's tonight at 5:30. So loser of that game will, TJC will face them at 10 a.m. tomorrow. TJC in the elimination bracket side has to win to stay in. But TJC 13 runs on 13 hits, 1 error. And for Kilgore, 3 runs on 8 hits and 3 errors for your line on the score. Mardones will get the win. And just to make sure, Worrell will get the loss for Kilgore. So TJC advances to 47-16 on the year. Kilgore will drop to 33-23 as their final record on the year. Once again, TJC advances, wins and stays in, and we'll play again tomorrow morning, Monday at 10 a.m. down here at Lufkin at Angelina College. Opponent to be announced after tonight's Sanjack and Bossier Parish game. We'll get the loser out of that one. So keep on the website. We'll make sure and update the ApacheAthletics.com with the opponent. And we'll see you again tomorrow. From down here in Lufkin, this is Chuck Smith signing off. Thanks, and go Apaches.